Okay, now you too can save lives. That's what I want to tell you. It's only not only Vijay has rightly said, it's not only doctors who can save lives. You and me can save lives also. Okay, next slide, Nancy. The only CSR activity in EC group where you can save life directly is blood donation. Only blood donation where you can save a life directly. We in EC group have tied up with Cross Blood Foundation, who in turn has tied up with Government Children Hospital NICMO. Their children were affected by leukemia, that is blood cancer. They need the blood. The blood which we donated in our office goes there for blood transfusion. Each unit can save 2 to 3 lives there. Okay, then go to the next slide, Nancy. Now, what is the present Indian scenario? Right now, Indian scenario is in a very pathetic state. Our population is 1.3 billion. And today, India, we are able to collect only 9 million units of blood per annum, whereas our demand is 12 million units. So what is the shortfall? Shortfall is 3 million units per annum every year, that too for a population of 1.32 billion. So there is something drastically wrong going on in our country. So Delhi NCR alone faces a shortage of 1 lakh million units. Reports also suggest that only 1% of eligible donors do so every day. Only one eligible donor donates blood in Delhi. Statistical shows there are 234 million major operations in India, 63 million trauma-induced surgeries, 31 million cancer-related procedures, and 10 million pregnancy-related complications which requires blood transfusion. On above that, disorders like sickle anemia, thalassemia, hemophilia that requires repeated blood transfusions. Like adding fuel to the fire, the shelf life of donated blood is only mere 35 to 42 days only. So there is a constant need to replenish the stocks in our blood banks. Next slide, Nancy. Now, what is the gender distribution of donors in India and other countries? India, out of the mere piddly 9 million donors we are receiving per annum, out of 9 million, 94% of men are donating. Only 6% of the women are donating. Whereas in Zimbabwe, which is an underdeveloped nation, 45 male, female 54, New Zealand, a developed nation, 48, female 51. Thailand, developing nation like India, 48 male and female 51. Georgia, 40, Georgia is also a developing nation. That is a breakaway nation from USSR. Georgia male is 42, female is 57. Now, here is a problem. We have a problem here among the ladies, female population. So I will tell you the reasons why they were not able to contribute more in the coming slides. Next slide, Nancy. So why the crisis in India? The crisis, experts say myths around the blood donations are major hurdle. Myths means மூட நம்பிக்கை. மூட நம்பிக்கையில தான் நம்ம பெரிய ஹர்டில் ஃபேஸ் பண்றோம் பிளட் டொனேஷன்ல. மென் என்ன நினைக்கிறாங்கன்னா, என்ன நினைக்கிறாங்களா, லாஸ் ஆஃப் loss of masculinity, loss of energy, immune levels going down. Some people think they'll die early, and some people think that the bones will become brittle. அது மாதிரி எக்கச்சக்க மூட நம்பிக்கை போயிட்டு இருக்குது regarding this blood donation. For women, immune systems becomes weak. They will become barren. They will not be able to give birth. And the மாதிரி they might lose a prettiness, no? Prettiness they might lose. They might become obese. The மாதிரி myths of so many myths in India is going on. Okay, next slide, Nancy. So who is responsible to overcome this myth? Who is responsible? We the people of EC group, you and I are responsible, and the society at large are responsible. Before we point a finger at somebody else, we must remove the plank in our eye. Then only, that is, we have to take the responsibility first. Then only others will take responsibility. So we must take the responsibility of this. How to overcome this myth? To overcome the myth is, the மூட நம்பிக்கை எப்படி நம்ம overcome பண்ண முடியும்னா, through word of mouth. Word of mouth happened to be till today, from my college days till today, is the biggest advertising strategy. What you have to do is you have to go to tell the benefits and clarify the doubts if all they have, no more than nambike, to the people who trust you. The people who will trust you will be your wife, your father-in-law who gave his daughter to you in marriage, your mother-in-law, your sisters, your brothers, your cousins, your friends. அவங்க கூட போய் ஷேர் பண்ணுங்க. Share it. Why this all myth and சொல்லி share பண்ணுங்க. Giving blood you save human lives directly. There's no side effects. I have given blood more than 16 times. Right from illegally from 17 years onwards, I've been giving blood. You see me, I don't have any side effects when I gave blood. There are I'm going to show photographs of people who have given blood during a blood donation camp. You please talk to them. They'll also say they didn't have any side effects. All right, so it's our responsibility to talk to people who have faith in us, who trust us about these myths. All right. How often can I donate blood? I'm going out of track now. We can donate, we must wait at least 90 days between donations. That is, every 3 months, the blood which you donate, no, it gets circulated into new blood. And on the 91st day, you can start donating blood. No problems at all. Next slide, Nancy. Now,
Yes, sir.
this slide is most important slide for us. Donor eligibility. Age is 18 to 60 years, only people are eligible to donate blood. I have to confess something. As we ran 8 blood donation camps in our office, our staff are knowledgeable people. Our staff, our colleagues are all smart people. I have seen people from outside bringing children for donating blood. I have seen people from outside bringing the grandfather to donate blood. I don't know why they do it. They must be upset with the grandfather sitting on their head and nagging, asking them not to play computer games or whatever. So they have brought those kind of people. So this is the truth. Eligible age is only 18 to 60, then it's cut off. And other rules, other eligibility. No alcohol consumption within 24 hours of blood donation. No major operation within 6 months. No diabetic or BP patients. India has the highest by diabetic patients. That is 40% of Indian population are affected by diabetes. The 40% are ruled out. They cannot give. No dog bites. Take care of that. You should not bite a dog, or dog should not bite you. If both bite, no, you cannot donate blood. So don't be bitten by a dog. You take care of the dog. Not suffered from jaundice and typhoid in last 1 year. Shouldn't have donated blood during last 3 months. Minimum weight, ladies, now lend your ears and hear me well. Minimum weight should be 50 kgs, and donors hemoglobin level should be 12.5 minimum. See, I said no, 6% of the women are able, ladies are able to give. Majority of the people who got rejected in our blood donation camps are these two reasons. 50 kgs less underweight, and the hemoglobin level is 12.5%. Now, I have to tell you, our Julie brought so many ladies from a ladies' hostel. 100% rejection. Reason is only they're all above 50 kgs, but one other reason is 100% do not have this eligible level of 12.5% of hemoglobin. You don't have 12.5% of hemoglobin, you cannot donate blood. So I tell you, all the men who are married men, please take care of your wives. Yeah, most of you like me have only one wife. If you have two wives, God bless you. But I have to tell you this: please take care of your women in your family. See that their hemoglobin level is at least minimum 12.5. For that, they need to take fruits which has more iron content, or tonics which has more iron content. They have to have healthy life, even including your mothers. Including your mothers. Okay. Now, donors should not suffer from cardiac arrest, kidney ailments, and epilepsy. Epilepsy na kakavali. Okay. Fits and wangla da. Female no pregnant ladies can donate. No nursing mothers could donate. Ladies who are having monthly cycles cannot donate. Ladies with bad miscarriage should avoid donating blood for the next 6 months. So these are the basic eligible factors for donating blood. Nancy, next page, Nancy. Millions of lives are saved through blood transfusion across the world, even right now, right now. But without human donors, there can be no blood. As till date, there is no substitute available. That is, in other words, they have not found substitute for our human blood as on today. They have sent rockets to the moon, rocket to the Mars. They have developed vaccines for the COVID, but till now, there's no substitute for human blood. So it is a responsibility of the community and we, the people in EC group, to donate blood. All right. So it's our responsibility. We have to take responsibility. Next slide. Now, I've told you earlier, we have donated blood from 2012 to 2019. Now you see the orange slide. Now this orange slide shows rejection. The doctors reject the donor saying that that person is not eligible to donate. Now major part of the, at least 80 to 85% of the people who were rejected are all women for two reasons. Underweight, hemoglobin is less. My own wife, my own daughter, both were rejected because of these two reasons. Daughter both underweight as well as hemoglobin is less. My wife, hemoglobin was less. So rejected from a blood donation camp. Twice they came, twice they rejected. So it's my responsibility to take care of both of them, seeing that the hemoglobin level is high. Okay, next slide, Nancy. Now, this graph, you see, going from 67 to 137 and coming down. Now, I don't know. See, when you analyze this, no, 80% of the people who came to donate are floating population. They see a banners, they see the pamphlets, or when they cross the road in 12th Main Road, they come and donate blood. So we had one tea shop in opposite our office called Murugan Tea Shop. Now they gone to the side lanes. There, umpteen youngsters used to come to take tea or morning breakfast. Our marketing general manager, Mr. Mani, the security guard, used to bring those people in and they used to donate blood. But after 2017, there's a slight mean they shifted the shop and went off. Metro Rail people, because of that, banks, neighboring banks, everybody left and went off. So the 14 population came down. So that is how we had this drop. Next slide, Nancy. Now, seeing our activity going on in EC Group, the Hindu daily newspaper, the highest English daily newspaper in South India, called me up and said, "Can we cover up? Can we cover your event in the newspaper?" They said, "You go ahead and you can do." So they have put a couple of years it has come in the newspaper. So this is one of the writing. Next slide, Nancy. And what has happened is Tamil Nadu government didn't want to keep quiet. They saw EC Group continuously conducting blood donation because this is a very critical factor in the government of Tamil Nadu because they are also facing, their hospitals also facing shortage of blood and they want to recognize people who have been consistently conducting blood donation camp. They saw that the blood was overflowing in EC Group during the blood donation camp. So His Excellency, then the governor, His Excellency Governor of Tamil Nadu, Dr. K. Rosaya, invited us to his darbar in Raj Bhavan, where he lives in his huge bungalow. I and Daniel went and they awarded us with this plaque. All right. So next slide, Nancy. Now, as I told you, we are tied up with Cross Blood Foundation and they are tied up with the government hospital in Egmo, Government Children Hospital in Egmo. And this gentleman you see, he is Pastor Hari. Hari started this Cross Blood Foundation because his son died for lack of blood. He was affected by leukemia. They wanted to do blood transfusion. At a particular day, particular point, that particular blood group stock was not available in the bank. They searched here, there. By the time the son died, little boy, he passed away. After that, only he started Cross Blood Foundation. Now, this Pastor Hari, I contacted him on one Sunday, asked him, I need blood A positive for my very close friend Chitti in Ambattur. He said he will arrange it. The next day, I requested Jerry to follow up with Pastor Hari, see that the blood is arranged. And I get a message that positive A plus blood has been arranged for the patient. On Wednesday, I'm calling on my mobile. Somebody picked up, can I speak to Pastor Hari? Pastor Hari has died. Pastor Hari died. Pastor Hari died by COVID-19. So he died in month of November. After that, my right arm I lost my very good friend, right arm, and I become a bit slow in this blood donation. So that is about Pastor Hari. Next slide, Nancy. These are the heroes. We couldn't have got recognized by Tamil Nadu government if not for these heroes. Barney continues to be the champion of champion. He participated in all the 8 blood donation camps. And whenever Barney comes, no, he doesn't come like a bachelor, yeah. He brings his relatives. I don't know whether Barney is attending the seminar, I don't know. But he normally brings his relatives. He and his relatives donate blood and go. All the 8 blood donation camps, he came and donated blood. All right, next we'll go one by one quickly. This is Natarajan. Next slide. This is our hero, Shankar. I think this photo was taken before he got married. You don't see any gray hair here. It was taken in 2012. Raja must be knowing. Raja, you should be knowing when it was taken. 2012 or 2013. This is Arivis Hudar.
2016 நினைக்கிறேன் சார்.
2016, huh? Okay. Next, James here. Can anybody recognize this gentleman?
Mr. Arun George.
Arun George. Okay, next. This is Daniel. Daniel used to bring quite a number of people from Your Love. He is sitting in Lions Club van, blood donation van. In that van, he has taken this picture. All right, next. This is Santosh. Santosh, can you tell which year this photo was taken? Santosh is there?
Santosh is not here, sir.
Okay. This is Santosh. Next. You know who this man? My partner in crime.
Sadiq.
He wanted to give every ounce of blood, yeah. I have to refuse. I said, no, they will only take this much. You please give that much and come out.
Sure, sir. I will do.
Give all his blood. And this is a marketing CEO for blood donation camp. So he goes around visiting shops, requesting people to come. Great job he used to do. And he also never comes alone. He brings his relatives. He also brings people. He attended all the 7 camps. 1 camp he left. Next slide, Nancy. Karthik, next slide. Vijay Bhaskar is coming regularly after he joined our organization. And West Mamlam Ram is here. He is also coming regularly. Go ahead. This was taken in the hospital. You see these 2 ladies? They are champion of champions. Yeah, they monitor. They marshal the front office along with Jerry's husband. They do a great job. Every year they come and do a great job. Could you all give a big hand in your system, please? Give a big hand for these people. Great job they have been doing. Julie doesn't want to go home. She stays back on Saturday, attends a blood donation camp. After that only she goes home to meet her children and husband. Fantastic job they did. All right, next slide. So Raja, 7 times Raja has donated. 1 time he went to Bangalore with his family. And this is a new arising hero. Dharma, new arising hero. He is above 50 kg, so he is eligible. So next one. Deepan, see at the background, you see the gentleman? He happened to be our medical transcription colleague's father. Is 60 years old. He was the Indian champion in powerlifting, that is weightlifting. So he came and gave blood. And Kavita Rao's husband, and look at the smile they all have. They all know that the action that is taken by Kavita Rao's husband, Ratish, is going to save at least 2 to 3 kids. They are so happy. Kavita is showing thumbs up. Next one. Okay. What goes around comes around. What you sow, you will reap. When you talk to your wife sweetly, does your wife shout at you? Sadiq, does your wife shout at you, Sadiq? Tell me the truth. When you talk softly, sweetly, in a romantic fashion, does your wife yell at you? Sadiq, you gone into consultation.
I
Sadiq,
really don't.
tell me the truth. You ate biryani with me. Tell me the truth.
Sir, I really don't know, sir, what happened.
What? Okay, you're still okay. What happened is, what you sow, you reap. You talk sweetly, nicely to your wife. Your wife also replies in the same way, same manner. Same thing with the blood also. When you give blood, you will get blood. What goes around comes around. When you don't give blood, you don't bring people for blood donation. Don't send people to the hospital for blood donation. When you need it, God forbid, when you need it, a family member, your friend or relative need it, and you contact people for blood, there won't be anybody to help you. So when you are given an opportunity to help people, please help. When you are able-bodied like Sadiq to give blood, please give blood. Now I am not in a position to give blood. I am on the medication. I am not in the blood. I have given 16 to 17 times. Now I am not in a position to give. So when you are in a position, physically good condition to give, please go give blood every 3 months. Remember, there is 3 million units of blood shortfall, and your unit of blood is going to save people. Next slide, Nancy. Donating my blood is not in my wife's hands. Sadiq, you're listening to me? Donating my blood is not in my wife's hand, Sadiq. Donating my blood is not in my mother-in-law's hand. Mamiyar kaila illa. Donating blood. Donating my blood is not in the government's hand also.
Yes, sir. Correct,
But
sir.
donating my own blood is only in my hands. So, next slide, Nancy. So, donate blood and save lives till you are eligible to donate. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. God bless.